March, the same thing happens. The weather turns better. The daylight lasts longer. And suddenly everyone gets the urge to throw open their windows and start throwing things in trash bags. Closets get emptied. Garages get organized. And seniors are often seen dropping things off at the donation centers. And then someone in the family, usually a well-meaning adult child, looks around and says, "Oh my gosh, Mom, this is great. While you're at it, maybe you should think about downsizing." And that's when things go sideways. I'm Nicole, a registered nurse and a senior housing advocate, and I work with seniors and their families through some of their biggest life transitions. And I want to clear something up today that causes a surprising amount of confusion and a surprising amount of family friction. Spring cleaning and downsizing are not the same. They're not even close to the same thing. And treating them like they are is one of the most common mistakes I see families make. Let's sort this out. I think the easiest way to define it is spring cleaning is about your house. Downsizing is about your life. Spring cleaning is maintenance. It's the annual reset. Clearing out what you've accumulated over the winter. Freshening up the spaces you live in. Getting rid of what's expired or you've outgrown or what's broken. It feels good because it's manageable. You start a closet, you finish a closet. Done. Downsizing is a different animal entirely. Downsizing is deliberate. It's a means of deciding what comes with you in your next chapter of life and what doesn't. It involves not just your objects, but your identity. Not just square footage, but the meaning of your life. Spring cleaning asks, does this still work? Whereas downsizing asks, does this still belong in the life I'm living or the life I'm planning to live? Those are completely different questions, and they require different amounts of time, energy, and emotional bandwidth. Now, you may be asking me, Nicole, why are you even talking about this? What does it matter? Well, it matters especially for seniors and their families, because here's what I see happen. A senior's doing some spring cleaning, and they're having a great week. Their energy is up. The sun is out. They tackle that hall linen closet and get it done, and they feel great. Then an adult child comes to visit. They see the momentum of the senior, and they think, This is my moment. Let's get the whole house done. Let's really deal with these things. And suddenly, what started as a productive week for the senior becomes an overwhelming excavation of the last several decades of their life. Old photos, a deceased one's belongings, children's artwork from decades ago. Most of these are items with no practical value, but they carry an enormous emotional weight. At this suggestion, the senior shuts down. The adult child gets frustrated, and the relationship takes a hit over a pile of decisions that nobody was ready to make. I've seen this play out more times than I can count. And it's nobody's fault. It's just what happens when maintenance gets confused with a life transition. So what does real downsizing actually look like? First, it's slow. It's intentionally slow. Good downsizing happens over months, a year, or even more. It's not a weekend project. And anybody who tries to tell you it is hasn't really done it. Second, it's led by the person whose life it is. It's led by the senior. Adult children can help. They can show up. They can carry boxes. They can make runs to the donation center. They can sit with the senior as they make decisions. But those decisions belong to the senior. The minute an adult child shows up and starts making decisions about what stays and what goes without genuine input from the senior, the entire process breaks down. And with it, trust breaks down too. Third, downsizing starts off with the easy stuff, not the sentimental items, not the deceased spouse's closet. You start in the kitchen with duplicates. Like, how many wooden spoons do we all have? Or you start with the guest room that no one uses. The tools for hobbies that you haven't done in a decade. This helps you to build your decision-making muscle before you get to the hard stuff. It involves a conversation about the future before a single item gets touched. What is your actual goal here? Are you preparing to move to a smaller home? Are you preparing to move to a different city? Are you looking into an active 55-plus community? Or are you just trying to lighten the load of your current home and make it more manageable? When you answer these questions, it changes everything about the process and how you approach it. Now let's switch back to spring cleaning for a second, because it absolutely has a role in your life too. I don't want you to hear this and think, oh, I can put those trash bags down now. She said spring cleaning is not that big of a deal. No, that's not what she said. Spring cleaning is genuinely helpful. It improves safety. It reduces clutter. Clutter is a fall hazard, and I've seen more falls happen because of clutter than I care to remember. Spring cleaning also reduces stress. It makes your home easier to maintain. It can even be the gentle start of a longer downsizing conversation if you treat it that way. The key word is gentle. Spring cleaning can open a door to that conversation, but it shouldn't be used to force someone through that door who is not ready to go yet. So here's my ask for you of the week. If you're a senior watching this, enjoy the spring cleaning. Let it be what it is. And if downsizing is something that you are thinking about, start the conversation on your own terms, in your own time, and with people you trust. Now, if you're an adult child watching this, you've got to resist that little devil sitting on your shoulder, urging you to turn a good Saturday into a bigger project than anyone signed up for. Your parents always gonna go faster and further with patience versus pressure every single time. I'm Nicole, a registered nurse. Be sure to subscribe, because these are the types of conversations that actually make a difference. I'll see you next week. I don't know if you saw the little pun about Let It Be, and I really wish that I could have played you a little bit of that song in the background, but Sir Paul McCartney fought too hard to win back the rights to his own music, and I would not infringe upon that. That's what we call senior solidarity.